So, sorry, got cut off. So second part. So the love when suffering. So even though I'm in the dark, I'm showing God that I love Him, even in the darkness. That's where I can prove my true love, and then I use this time to show Him I love you. Now there's three main branches of love, like we said before: Dvekus, Simcha, and Kina. Dvekus, lowest level, which is still it's at being glued, constantly connected. He ceases to turn or attend to anything but Him. One starts first during Avodas Hashem and then all the time. Three expressions of love: Dveka, Chashika, and Chatifa. So there's three levels of love within Dvekus, where it's at the beginning you want to serve God, and it's like you want to hold your spouse's hand all the time when you walk. You want to feel attached all the time to her. Same thing with Hashem. Especially, so you start first during Avodat Hashem, doing the Jewish stuff. You try to feel, when you learn, when you do the mitzvah, that you feel Hashem is with you and you showing Him love and you feel His presence, and you do it because you want to, you long for Him. That's why you do what you feel all the way when you do it. This is your main focus, and then you try to have that all the time. That not only focus in my Avodat Hashem, and when I'm at work, and when I eat, and when I go to sleep, and when I go on vacation, my only desire in any of these situations is to be able to feel God's love and to be attached to Him. So the second branch of love was Simcha after Dvekus. So we have Simcha, which is the Shechina only dwells in the joy of the mitzvah and the 7 levels of joy. So we have to learn to be besimcha all the time. That's a true sign of love. And number 3, Kina. In order to get simcha, by the way, it's samer becheko. Understand that everything is a gift constantly, and therefore there's no way. You have $1 million now, you love the person, so you got to feel samer becheko. Then Kina is jealousy, divine jealousy, zealousness, like Pinchas. Defend God's name and honor, increasing it as much as he can, hating those who hate him, and subduing them as much as possible. The 5 levels, but basically really fighting for God's honor. Obviously today we have to be very careful. You can only do it if you love other people too, understand the creation of Hashem. So we have to defend God's honor in a very smart way, and not in making a big chul al Hashem. Sometimes it's better not to act. So, but trying to honor Hashem in every way we can, and really fighting about the evil that can spread, not being afraid to defending the rabbis that are, or the Torah, whatever Torah principles when one can. We just have to make sure to make it the right way. Number 3, intentions. So the third branch is the intentions, like we said. So intentions, when as a chassid, is you do everything shelo lishma, because you want to reward olam haba, or lishma, you do it out for God, for God's honor, to be magnified and increased, for kiddush Hashem, and feeling the pain of the chilul Hashem. It includes crying for His honor, the temple, Jerusalem, and His Shechina. That shows that you're really doing things for Hashem. It's not about you. Trying to love when you love someone, you're happy for the one who is successful, and you are sad for the one who is not successful. Therefore, for the pain that Hashem has, you have to feel that pain. Pain of the Shechina, the pain of the Hashem's glory not being revealed. Okay, now he gives now 7 things to exercise and balance CHASSIDUS. The only way to succeed is 1, to be with a righteous heart, to have a good heart. Number 2, by being motivated to give to God. Number 3, if one fixes his actions with lots of depth. Number 4, by casting his burden on Hashem. When you share with Hashem everything, that all your problems, you're showing that it's like a spouse sharing with his spouse, other spouse, all the problems. It's like, I need support, I need you to listen to me. I trust you that you can see my vulnerability, my problems. By sharing everything Hashem, you're saying the other one can help me, the other one is open and doesn't judge me and love me. So when you do it, it's a sign of love. Number 5, so it's bodedut, to go in the field and speak to Hashem all the problems. Number 5, making sure that it will not cause others to ridicule you. When you do things, like let's say you have just give an example, you go out there and you try to for coronavirus, I'm giving food to everyone, wow, it's amazing. But if after that nobody cleans and it becomes a mess, and the non-Jews and the Jews see all the mess you have done, then you're doing a Chilul Hashem. It was better not to do the Chassidus, like the Chesed that you want to do, because you become ridiculized from it. So it's bad. It's better sometimes not to abstain from doing anything. We have to think, we have to be smart. Number 6, by anticipating every possible ramification of the pious act. Sometimes refraining is better. Oh, that's what I just said. But yeah, we have to think all the possible consequences. So it's connected to the one before that. So we are not ridiculed. Also, we don't want anybody to get hurt because we want to do some good. So okay, 1 or 2% is going to hurt. No. 7, waiting every deed he contemplates, considering the time, the social environment, occasion, and place. So we're very careful. We pay attention to every detail to make sure nobody gets hurt, there's no scratch, and only goodness and love comes out of it. We have to be very careful. You have to be a master planner in a way to be a Chassid. Okay, now he says, even though we spoke about how to acquire Chassidus, now he goes specifically on how to acquire Chassidus. He says the main thing is deep reflection and abundant contemplation. His taklus and his bonenus has to do with the mind. Again, a lot of thinking. The more you contemplate on how great he is and how low we are, which correspond mostly to Yira, and then the more you contemplate on how much he loves us and gives us. That's Ahava. So before was the mind, now the heart. And how do we contemplate? What's the best way to do it? To meditate alone in a room, only you know, and no sound, nobody can find you. It's just you and God, cannot be disturbed. Number 2, by Hasmada and Iyun of Tehillim, trying to do Tehillim and really connecting, speaking to God, getting used to that, understanding what you say when you say Tehillim, saying with the right intention. And number 3, reading stories of deeds of righteous in Agadot. Now, what prevents us to achieve Chassidus? Trouble and worry. This has to do with trouble, basically the heart, and worry is more the mind. So these 2 obstacles can be prevented by reaching real bitachon. How do we achieve real bitachon? 4 things. 1, completely cast your burden on God, like we said before. Understand that only Hashem can help you, really only. Your Hishtadlus is just a curse, but really it's all thanks to Hashem. So I tell Hashem all my problems, everything. 1 or 2, because it shows you rely on Him and that you trust Him, and therefore you love Him. Number 2, know that it is impossible to be deprived of what has been allotted to you, meaning everything, nobody can steal from you. So if you're worried, then you don't understand, you're looking or being jealous, it doesn't make any sense, because Hashem only gives you what you should have, and nobody is going to take it from you. Number 3, you need to do some effort because of the curse of Adam HaRishon, so a little bit of Hishtadlus, but and the amount of effort is irrelevant, right? You just understand there's a curse and we have to do more on a physical level than what's supposed to be done originally in Gan Eden. And number 4, make Torah the Ikar, the main focus of your day, not your job. Understand that that's the main thing. Main thing is the Torah, to learn more about God, to spend time, and that everything you do surrounds that. And that shows you trust also that God gives you what you need and that He loves you. So, God willing, Chassidus is very intense. It's a lot, but Bezat Hashem, that's the level we all aim to reach. Like Avraham Avinu was a Chassid, and David HaMelech was also a Chassid. Become real lovers of Hashem. May we all become true lovers of Hashem. Baruch Adonai L'olam. Amen. Amen.